Hi, hello everyone. This is Shanmugaraj. Welcome to my channel. One of the aims of this channel is to build a global knowledge sharing platform in the domains of project management, agile, and leadership. You can help me with that aim either by subscribing to my channel or sharing my videos to your friends and people who are in need of it, right? So, having said that, let us get into today's topic. Currently, we are discussing some of the advanced topics in SAFe 6.0. Today's topic is behavioral driven development, an example. So, this is going to be my final video on BDD. So, we're going to see one example on BDD. Let us see some one example. A behavioral driven development example. So, behavior description begins with a story or a feature or a capability specified by its acceptance criteria, right? Acceptance criteria will tell you the behavioral related descriptions. So all these are defined using terms from the customer domain, not from the implementation. So the picture you are seeing is an example story and its acceptance criteria, right? So the story reads like this: as a driver, I want a vehicle to determine the speed limit and set the speed to the limit so that I do not have to pay attention to the speed limits, right? This is the example story for a self-driving car action. So acceptance criteria goes like this, no? Car maintains speed close to the speed limit but not above it, right? So if the road sign says that 50 kilometers is the speed, the car should maintain either less than 50 or 50. It cannot go to 51 or 60, right? So that's the story here. What BDD recommends is that the acceptance criteria could also be written in GWT, which is given when then format. Given a speed limit when the car drives, then it is close to the speed limit but not above it. Even then, elaborated acceptance criteria are typically insufficient to code the story. To remove the ambiguity, formulate the scenario into one or more examples that specify the details of the behavior, resulting in a specific acceptance test. Let us look at that. Given speed limit is 50 miles per hour, when the car drives, then its speed is between 49 and 50 miles per hour. So look at that, you're giving example, you're making it very specific. Collaboration with the team, the triad we're talking about, right? We're talking about business people, development people, and testing people coming together. In collaboration with the team, additional acceptance criteria and scenarios will emerge. For example, when the speed limit changes, the speed changes without excessive force, right? This criterion results in an additional test that stipulates what excessive deceleration is acceptable, right? Given the speed limit is 50 miles per hour, when the speed limit changes to 30 miles per hour, then deceleration rate should be less than 5 feet per second per second. So this how we can write multiple scenarios, multiple examples to it. This particular picture illustrates the BDT process that begins with a story and details its specification in two dimensions. Horizontally, additional acceptance criteria describe the story's requirement. Vertically, other acceptance tests detail those acceptance test requirements. So let us go through the example. You know the story, right? So as a driver, I want the vehicle to determine the speed limit and set the speed to the limit so that I do not have to pay attention to the speed limit. Acceptance criteria was car maintains speed close to the speed limit but not above it. Let us look at one dimension which is horizontal, right? So we are trying to describe story requirements in a better way using horizontal elaboration, right? So acceptance criteria goes like this in GWT format. Given a speed limit when the car drives, then it is close to the speed limit but not above it. If you go horizontally, there is one more scenario is possible. Given the car is moving, when the speed limit changes, then the speed changes without excessive force, right? So if you look at vertical elaboration, you can add acceptance test. So given the speed limit is 50 miles per hour, when the car drives, then the speed is between 49 and 50. Given the speed limit is 50 miles per hour, when the speed limit changes to 30 miles per hour, then deceleration rate should be less than 5 feet per second. So this is how we can navigate or specify in two dimensions, both horizontally and vertically. So that solidifies your BDD process. So that ensures that your rework is almost zero, right? Automating acceptance test. Automating this business facing test is an important reason to use the given when then format. Frameworks including Cucumber and Framework for Integrated Testing can be used to support this syntax. To support regression and continuous delivery, tests should be automated whenever possible. Story acceptance tests are written, executed in the same iteration as the code development. If a story does not pass its test, the team does not receive the credit for the story. Features and capabilities have acceptance tests showing how several stories work together in a broader context. Typically, these tests represent behavior of more as significant workflow scenarios and should run during the iteration when the feature or capability is finished. With that, we come to the conclusion of this video. Hope you guys got a fair understanding of BDD process with an example, right? We understood uh, improving your BDD process by traveling both horizontally and vertically. We also saw the importance of automating it or putting in GWT format because the framework tools like Cucumber, right, that helps you in syntax, right? So hope you guys like these kind of videos that helps you to improve, in your agile journey, in your agile understanding, right? I believe this also helps in our career as well, right? So with that, I'm signing off. See you in next video.